Hi everyone, my name is Anna and welcome to this edition of the Miami Real Estate Whiteboard. The topic of this whiteboard is the case of the disappearance of the cash buyer from the Miami condo market. So this ties into two important things that I've been reporting on. The first is the steady transaction volume decrease we've been seeing since 2013, and the second is the bifurcation in performance between lower local economy supported price points and price points dependent upon outside money, which really starts at about $500,000 for Miami condos. So this new point is the disappearance of the cash buyer. Looking at Miami Beach data, we see that off the 2013 market highs, the current 2017 market had almost 40%, 38.8% fewer condo transactions. Now, it may surprise you to learn that almost 92% of that loss is due entirely to the disappearance of the cash buyer. To put it another way, while the cycle previous to this one was fueled by debt and momentum of people using debt buyers, this current cycle was fueled almost entirely by cash buyers and the momentum behind cash buyers. If we look at this chart, the blue shows total condo transaction volume in Miami Beach going back to 2006, and the green shows the cash buyer totals. So you'll see, even in this kind of crude drawing, you can see that the cash buyer chart follows lockstep the growth of the total transaction volume line, and that the red here is the conventional buyer, the percentage of people who sought financing, and that stayed pretty flat. Now you can see this exact chart more clearly on my website in the post, but even in this picture here, you get the idea. This is proof we had transaction volume go up, we had record pricing, all these things, the Miami condo market. That was all fueled by the cash buyer, and the cash buyer has been going away, which is not a good thing, especially because right now we're going to have increased pressure on the buyer seeking financing as interest rates go up. But that's perhaps another topic. Anyway, this surprised me when I put this together. I knew that Miami had a lot of cash buyers, but I did not know the extent to which this past cycle was really fueled by cash buyers. So looking at these numbers more closely, in 2017, 1,196 fewer transactions occurred in Miami Beach's condo market than in 2013. 2013, and again, 91.4% of that loss is due to the disappearance of the cash buyer. So why have they gone away? One thing that's been talked about by myself and others, which is pretty obvious, is that the US dollar has strengthened against about every currency that buys here, against the euro, against the real, against every. Another factor that I think has been talked about less, but is also significant, are the GTO, the Geographic Targeting Orders that FinCEN enacted in 2016. Basically put, the GTOs require title insurance companies to disclose the natural persons behind LLCs purchasing properties in cash, and there are various price thresholds at which this is required, and they vary by city. In Miami, in the Miami area, it's at $1 million, and at that point, the title company has to disclose who the person is behind the LLC, and then the U.S. government can deem them to be a suspicious person. What happens then, I'm not quite sure, but I imagine that it's not great to be flagged as a suspicious person in doing a transaction from overseas. So, actually in 2017, FinCEN disclosed that they flagged 30% of purchases coming in as being related to a suspicious person. So that's almost 1 in 3. That's quite a lot. If you're a foreign national making a purchase in cash in the United States, that may scare you to think that there's a 1 in 3 chance that you may be flagged as a suspicious person by the U.S. government. So that for sure is deterring some cash buyers, and I know that New York has also has experienced a decrease in cash buyers at the high end, and I can't help but think that the GTOs are having some effect there. There was some hope that Trump would roll them back, but no, they've been reenacted and strengthened and expanded with each 180-day period that's gone by. So what does this mean for the Miami condo market? Nothing good, I'm afraid. Like I said, we're entering a period of increasing interest rates, which will likely have some impact on the percentage of people who are using financing, and the cash buyer keeps going away. So I don't quite see a good outcome there. For investors who are opportunistic, though, we are starting to see deals, and we're starting to see some bulk deals. There are developers sitting on inventory they have not sold who are approaching delivery, and now is a good time to get some deals. So there are actually a few right now that I'm aware of. So if you would like information on bulk deals in Miami, or you would like to speak strategically about how to be an opportunistic buyer in this market, contact me directly.